California, because we got to get you out to the Riverside County Department of Animal Services, one of their shelters today. Today is the Mega Matchathon, and John Welsh from Riverside is on the phone with us. And the whole idea
Yeah.
today is to clean out the kennels, get those animals home, and you can do it for free today. Now, if you're picking up an animal today, if you're coming out there, John, is this animal spayed or neutered or chipped, or what do people what can
I
they expect?
Yes, yes. Actually, you're getting all the bells and whistles that you would normally get when you adopt from us. You're going to get the animal spayed or neutered. You're going to get the animal with its current vaccination, so it's going to go out the door healthy, and also it's going to be microchipped. So just as if you were adopting normally from us, that's what we do all the time for our pets, anyways. So we're not going to kind of curveball anybody and say, free, but then here's your bill for the spay and neuter surgery. No, it's going to go out the door for free. If it's already spayed or neutered, then you can actually walk out the door the minute you adopt it from us with that pet. The only caveat is if you live in our jurisdiction, we will require you to get a dog license, which is, of course, a state law,
Right.
as you know. And so that's $16 for an altar dog in our unincorporated Riverside County area, and also the city of Riverside is one of our partners, and it's also $16. So that's the only thing people are going to be required to do, and so they should bring their wallet because they also need to have an ID, because we're not going to adopt you unless you can prove to us that you are who you are.
But you don't have to. I want to make people very aware. You don't have to live in Riverside County to come on in
No,
and
no, no,
participate.
no. We love people. We get adoptions actually throughout the region, people from Orange County, LA County. Even when we're not doing these types of special events, we've actually been able to pull folks from other areas. They see a dog on our website and they go, I like that dog, and they're willing to actually drive all the way from Long Beach, Orange County, and so yeah, it's not a requirement to live in our county to get this special.
Well, I'm one of those folks. I live in Altadena, and one of our Chihuahuas came out of one of the Riverside County Department Animal Services shelters. And
Oh,
exactly the same thing, John. We saw him online and said, oh, that's the one. I don't care how far we have to drive, and out we came.
I know
So,
Altadena very well, and that is not a short trip
nope.
by any means. That's a pretty good haul for you. So thanks for saving a life from our jurisdiction. We love that. We love stories like that.
Well, it was a no-brainer when we saw that puppy. That was the puppy we had to do, and thank goodness you were only that far away, because we would have kept going. Now, obviously, one of the things I know you deal with, John, at the shelters is everybody comes in and look at the kittens and they look at the little puppies. But what about your
Right.
seniors? Are you seeing some of your older animals going out today?
I've been out in the desert all day. I'm actually getting ready to hit the road back on the I-10 to head west to see how things are going with our senior pets. But here, it's been kind of a cornucopia of adoptions from. We're talking, young pups, but also some of the bigger dogs are going, and some dogs that actually are not like in the little puppy viewing area. We're pretty lucky that folks, they actually adopt out some of the dogs that are actually almost a year old. And, obviously we never really truly know the storylines with some of the pets, whether they were owned previously. It's very minimal what we know a lot about the animals. So it's always nice when, yes, those animals that are a little bit older get adopted, because those are, as you say, it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes.
Absolutely. Dogs, cats, what else are being adopted? I know there are often other animals at shelters.
We actually are somewhat unique because we do actually have a barn area, but even though we've been dealing with a lot of horse abandonment over the last several years, when I left the shelter on Friday night, there was only one horse, and I don't think it was available for adoption yet. But we do adopt out horses and occasionally a goat or a sheep or some odd critters. Sometimes we get some cool snakes and also some turtles. But I know out here, since I've been out here at the desert shelter all day, I know we have one goose available. So.
Okay, so if anybody's in the market for a goose, you've got a goose
but
available.
It's a long drive to drive for a goose, but it's probably got a lot of personality. So
Well, geese
somebody
do.
wants a goose in their yard.
Geese do. I mean, where else are you going to get a goose today, John? Come on.
Yes, and it's free as well.
Oh my gosh. And again, all of this is being made possible by ASPCA, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. $10,000 to offset your adoption fee costs. That is so fantastic that they would do that. And you say this is going on across the country.
Yeah, there's actually, the ASPCA is starting to get really, really aggressive in how it's assisting. My understanding is they're getting really, really aggressive in a positive way in helping, municipal shelters, some of your nonprofit shelters, and really doing a lot more to show the whole country of where all the donated dollars go. And this is part of their aggressive tactic to really offset adoption fees, help adopt shelters like ourselves. The ASPCA, we're very fortunate that they have started to look at us in particular about some of the things we've done in the past, some of the things we had to cut because of all the layoffs and the budget cuts out here. Particularly, we got hammered pretty hard with the foreclosure issue.
Right.
And so the ASPCA has started to take a liking to us, and of course other shelters across the country. But we've actually made some really good inroads with the ASPCA, and that's a good thing because we're a government shelter that's very dependent on the general fund, and we lost some programs that were really good programs, and there's some talks about maybe some of the things that we used to do get those programs back up and running again.
Boy, I hope that happens.
Good things happening.
All right, John, I'm going to send you on your way so you can go keep that count running. And please let us know.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
John, it's my pleasure. 206 adoptions today. We'll get that final count from John at the end of the weekend and let you know. But absolutely awesome. There's more coming up on the Pet Project, the show your pet wants you to listen to.